Veronica Sites. She's counselor who specializes in stress management. We've been in kind of regular consultation. It's okay to talk to people. I don't know why we still have a stigma about talking.
We don't lack words. We lack tact with our words.
Yeah, but I mean, but when we're talking about a counselor, when we're talking about mental, we still have a stigma in America about, ooh, she's in therapy.
One of those.
Yeah, I think it's time because we've got a lot of mental illness, or at least hiccups, or whatever you want to call them out there. And I think it's really not good to stigmatize all this. It just every one of us needs somebody to talk to at some point in their life.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We have evolved into a stage of recognizing, preventative care, dental wellness. I compare it to this. A long time ago, people didn't take care of their teeth. They got cavities and they lost their teeth. People today, if we don't start to appreciate mental wellness, the preventative things we need to do, and continue to just stay in this mindset of stigmatizing and living in the fear of being stigmatized, mental health deteriorates because of neglect and ignorance of what can be done to prevent those things.
So in other words, it can exasperate and get worse if untreated.
Correct. It can deteriorate. I mean, mental health is not a given, and it shouldn't be just assumed that it's going to happen. It takes work, and it takes thought, and it takes care to maintain it.
She's a counselor specializing in stress management. Veronica Sites, Sites. We advise everybody not to talk about the election. Probably still a good idea to not talk about the results.
The holidays certainly bring up, by default, a natural level of stress. And, of course, that question comes up often. We're going to get together with family. What are we going to do? Well, make a choice. You can establish some ground rules. It's okay to limit time with the instigators of people that have, in times past, pushed your buttons to the point where you can't manage your own stress.
Okay, let's do a little play acting here. You be the relative, I'll be the relative, and then you push my button, and I'll tell people how they ought to sound.
Okay, you're always doing this. I just don't understand. From the time that you were a kid, always whining. There's nothing okay. You're always the victim. What is it with you?
You know what? I'm a work in progress, and you're right. Boy, hey, who wants to open another gift? How's that?
So, in things like that, it's, what? Don't focus on the past. Just, today, this time, this visit, Uncle George, that might have been the case in times past. But today, I'm going to just say, ground rule here. I'm not going to let you hurt me anymore.
Yeah, I would probably divert. You want to take the bull by the horns, huh? Way to go, Veronica.
Well, people don't. We want the results of conflict resolution. Most people are not willing to muddle through what it's going to take to get it.
Right. Well, and then apparently, if you supported Donald Trump, there must be some racist or bigot. Is it possible for another person to be critical without name calling?
Well, this is a cycle that has taken place. Politics or no politics, hurt people are hurting people, and we've got to take inventory of the words that are used. Too many of us grew up in a day and age where you were given the cliche, sticks and stones can break your bones, honey. Don't let words hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
They do hurt. They cause damage, and then you've got people that have to engage. And the difficulty is we have not learned how to first remember that whatever you choose, whether it's words or actions, there is a consequence, which would be the negative, or there's a benefit. If you choose the positive, which may not be the easier, but the payoff is certainly better on your wellness, your sense of peace, and eventually how you manage your relationships.
Pastor Ron Strack said, when you hate, it's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, think of your body as a glass of water, and you let all of this negative stuff go in, and just let's represent. You throw in an Alka-Seltzer, that's something negative. You throw in some mustard in it. You throw in some, blue dye in it, and it's going to cause this nasty uprising.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a lot of positive, but it's possible a lot of positive pouring in to eventually the negative is out. But don't let it spew out. Choose to. I'm gonna focus on this one positive thing now, and I'm gonna work on this in myself, and that will create you as a better friend to others. And it doesn't mean you have to be friends with everyone. It means that be a friend to yourself, and you will be friendly towards others.
Veronica, how do people find you?
They can find me at conflictresolutionspeaker.com.
Conflictresolutionspeaker.com. Veronica, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Fantastic. Have a great day.
You too. 8:16 with Veronica Sites, Sites.